What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? Welcome to the PT channel. I'm One Eye Bri, back to talk about The Walking Dead and Game of Thrones. Walkers to walkers. And if you know this channel, obviously I love The Walking Dead, but I love Game of Thrones as well. So spoiler warning for The Walking Dead series as a whole and Game of Thrones series as a whole. If you're up to date to both shows, it's not a big spoiler video. This is not a spoiler video, it's more of a discussion theory topic of both shows. Game of Thrones starts the final season this Sunday, April 14th, 2019. But like I said before, I love The Walking Dead and I love Game of Thrones. And here's a fun fact that you may or may not know. Before AMC picked up The Walking Dead, HBO turned down The Walking Dead. So HBO could have had Walking Dead and Game of Thrones on the same network at the same time. That would be bananas. Huge. So many people would be watching that, but they didn't, and luckily AMC picked up The Walking Dead and HBO has Game of Thrones. And if you follow the history between the two shows, they kind of do little jabs and little things at them. It's kind of funny. It's all in good fun. They troll each other, but The Walking Dead is its own show and Game of Thrones is its own show too. And some people are trying to compare both shows, but I have to admit, the statue of Jon Snow on the left and Rick Grimes, they look pretty similar. But recently, we talked about the fair on The Walking Dead being considered the red event, like the red fair, the red wedding. And to be honest, the fair on Walking Dead was pretty great. It was great for what it was. It was a nice showing from the comic storyline with some remixes. Obviously, some major characters did not die, but the fair is definitely not on the same level of the red wedding, in my opinion. The red wedding is brutal. It's crazy. It's such a big event that it's one of those things that you'll know what happened. All you got to say is red wedding and you're like, oh yeah, I can't believe what happened with that. And it's an awesome part. My wife and I are rewatching the series and it's one of those moments that you're like, oh man, here it comes. But the final season of Game of Thrones is hopefully going to be epic. It hopefully wraps up the entire TV series with a nice, pretty package. I don't think it's going to have a happy ending. I wonder if the prophecy is going to come true from Maggie the Frog to Cersei. I think it's going to. It's already kind of come true, basically. But ultimately, the show has done a great job with storytelling. Early on, it's a lot to take in. A lot of characters, a lot of this, a lot of communities, a lot of regions, a lot of castles, and a lot to take in. They do a good job with it after season 2.5 into season 3. They kind of streamline a little bit, in my opinion, but they do a really great job with the CGI characters and just battles and everything. It's pretty epic and pretty awesome. And I know this is not a real dragon, but you feel like it is. The music, the score, it's just so awesome. And I'm not hating on The Walking Dead by any means, but I feel like The Walking Dead could step their game up a little bit in a lot of areas. They did really great for the first 6 seasons, and then all of a sudden it kind of dropped off. Again, that's my opinion. I think they did a great job with Shiva. The CGI budget was probably through the roof for season 7. In my opinion, season 7 is probably the worst season of the series, and it's sucked because season 6 was the best season. You go from the best season to the worst season in a flash. And again, that's just my opinion. But overall, CGI tigers were pretty great. The CGI deer, not so much. But I do have a big problem with the way Shiva was presented at her death. Not because she died that way in the comics. She got surrounded by walkers and eaten by walkers, and it happens that way on the show. But it's just not a big epic loss with the sound and the music, and it just could have been done better in my opinion. And when we lose characters on Game of Thrones, it's sad. And like I said, I don't want to give too much away, but when we lose an animal on the show, you feel it. The sound is right. The emotion is there. And it's just like, man, I can't believe it. Some big stuff happened in season 7, and it's like, oh man, I can't believe that just happened. Now the final season, like I said, is upon us this Sunday, April 14th, 2019. And this is supposedly the runtimes for the final 6 episodes. And you can see a couple of them are right around an hour, and then 3 of them are over an hour. And I know the big news is that we're supposedly going to get 2 huge battles, and they might be the whole episode is what they're saying. But after watching and rewatching the episodes, they do a great job of foreshadowing things. And I'm curious to know what they've really set up in the first 7 seasons for the final season. There should be a lot of connections with the first season. I'm excited to see how it's connected with Bran and the Night King and Daenerys and Jon Snow and Arya and really all these characters. And this isn't even all the characters that are there. There's so many characters left, but you know we're gonna lose characters for sure. We're gonna have some huge epic battles, hopefully. I know at least 2 battles they're talking about for the final season. 2 big battles out of 6 episodes. Should be amazing. I wonder who makes it out, who doesn't, and who's going to be the person at the end to be on the Iron Throne. I don't even care who's on the Iron Throne, obviously. I could care less about that. I want to see some big moments. I want to see the Game Bowl. I want to see Cersei get taken out. I want to see how Bran and the Night King are connected. I want to see some epic dragon battles. It just should be awesome, right? I'm so excited for it, and we can't come soon enough. But like I said, what's up with these two? Because something's going down, right? Because Bran and the Night King look pretty similar. You look at the jawline, look at the nose, look at the eyes, and they did analysis by it. Look at these features. Are they the same person? Maybe, maybe not, but are they connected? Most definitely, and you know something's gonna happen with these two in the past, potentially. Now, a lot of people were giving the Walking Dead Season 9 finale some flack. They were like, oh, those walkers are White Walkers from Game of Thrones. And it's two different shows, two different universes, and you're gonna have some similarities with the snow and winter and everything there. And this is the first time we've ever seen snow in The Walking Dead, so let's just be happy about that. Did they steal anything from it? I don't think so. Just people love to troll it and say this is better than this. Game of Thrones is better than Walking Dead. Walking Dead's better than Game of Thrones and this and that. They're two great shows, and I love both universes, and I love talking about both things. So it's just kind of crazy that people are always going to compare both shows and this and that, when in my opinion, HBO and Game of Thrones have a far superior advantage to AMC and The Walking Dead. I love both shows, and I'm glad both shows exist, and let's just be happy about that. But you can't compare both shows, because if The Walking Dead was on HBO, it would be far superior than it is on AMC for sure. They wouldn't have to worry about so many ratings and language and violence problems, because it would be on cable, well, premium channel cable, not cable like on AMC. But it's April 10th, 2019 as I make this video, and I'm super excited for Sunday, April 14th, and the final 6 episodes of Game of Thrones. It's bittersweet because it's a final season of an awesome series. And I don't know what to expect from the finale. They're talking about things like they were worried about Kit Harington not liking the finale and the way the series ends. But I don't know what that means, and I have not read the books, so I have not been disappointed with the show, even though there's some big moments in the books that don't happen on the show, and Dorne is much better in the books, people are saying, and like Lady Stoneheart doesn't exist on the show. That'd be pretty awesome, but I'm just happy the show exists, and it's entertaining for sure. So let me know your thoughts, post your comments below. What are you excited for Season 8 of Game of Thrones? The comparison of the walkers on Walking Dead versus Game of Thrones. Do you see some comparison there or not? I really don't. But like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And please hit that subscribe button to become a valued member of our PT channel family. And remember, guys, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself. You can do it. It's about love, support, staying positive, making memories. And as always, tell them, Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys. Honestly, thank you.